over here is the one that we live stream. He's running. He's going to sit at that table, but he can run both of them from the computer, and he did presets on the remote. So he's got like 8 Zoom settings. He can zoom in just by pushing buttons. So it's a speech pathologist. Start. But I'm not enough to get them for a private job. So you always, like they do, they want me on their kids. You felt good about that. Where's the American flag?
Now, when I was parking, I saw somebody with it. They were holding it.
It was you. You brought it in.
It was here.
First time loaded.
I told them to wait to put it up until we knew those were going to stand. I come out to put it up, and it's gone. What the heck?
Jerry said she thought she saw somebody that had it out.
Oh.
So is it like kids have to see benefits? Yeah.
Plus, they do like so we have 8 kids.
That need service. I didn't even know. but a lot of them get side.
Well, that's like sweet.
Hey Jeff, I have a confession before you exaggerate it. You were sitting here and you were trying to shoot me, and I said, Billy had told us to go down this way. So I've been standing out there and I thought, because you were trying, and all I could see was that short white hair. And Courtney said, no, that ain't Sherry. And I said, oh, I said, all I saw was the white hair, short white hair. So I said, I'm going to tell you before Courtney makes it out worse. I'm going to give it Natalie. I'm going to see what I want to be able to see her.
Say anything until we get that trouble. See, Harper was more on his mom down there. Well, this baby's due right on that. I told Mom, I said, this is more than Daddy's up there. No, it's on there. Because both my girls told me I never had pictures. So both these babies have been a surprise. Yeah, she's just a little bit.
So Boy James is 3 months old.
I told her, I said, I'll get you tomorrow after my last graduation. She'll be 2.
I said Monday was
Yeah. Mama comes over and time I have Harper. She loves, like, on her birthday. This is Mama on her birthday. It's a birthday.
student side of the stadium and walking down like well, the stage is small. That's to the stage. On the stage is principal, the assistant
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the pledge in a moment of silence, led by Thurman Taylor Fan.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our principal, William G. Stepp.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the commencement ceremony for these great men and women of the class of 2020. First, if you'll help me please welcome our distinguished guests for the evening, our Director of Schools, Mr. Corby King, our Assistant Director of Schools, Mr. Tim Martin, our Supervisor of Special Education, Mrs. Sherry Roberson. Also, our school board members tonight, we have Lynn McHenry from Baxter, Ms. Kim Cravens, Ms. Dawn Fry, and Ms. Celeste Gammons. I would also ask that if you are a member of the Upperman High School faculty and staff, would you please stand and be recognized? And most importantly, Upperman class of 2020, please join me in thanking your parents and family members who have touched your lives and influenced you in some way or another, and in most ways, your whole life. Upperman High School holds a unique place in the history of education in Putnam County. The current school has a proud history dating back to the founding of Baxter Seminary, the challenges of outdoor graduation, which provided an education to rural students residing in Putnam County by the Methodist Church in 1910. Dr. Harry L. Upperman arrived to serve as the fourth president of the school in 1923 and served in that capacity until 1957, overseeing the growth and improvements of the campus during that period. Upperman High School opened on August 22, 1959, as a tribute and living educational memorial to Dr. Harry Lee Upperman and Baxter Seminary. Dr. Upperman's philosophy of education is still alive and well at Upperman High School today. The most important mementos of the past are the four inspirational words inscribed in the school crest, the Upperman motto: truth, honor, loyalty, and service. These unforgettable words and all that they have meant throughout our school's history are a large part of what we are and what we hope to become in the future. So let me give a few facts about the class of 2020, some highlights. 68% of the class has satisfied Tennessee Promise requirements. 61% of the class have earned the Hope Scholarship, totaling to more than $1.7 million. That's awesome. 35% of the class are being recognized as distinguished graduates, with 15% of those students earning all three prestigious diploma types: honors, distinction, and Tennessee Scholar. Total number of dual enrollment credits earned by seniors, 511, and 10 of the seniors are graduating with 21 or more dual enrollment credits. Documented community service is over 1,520 hours. More importantly, the class of 2020 has shown that they truly are honorable people. They went through the tragedy of the tornado, and when we went out to visit the neighborhoods, there were groves of Upperman students helping their neighbors, helping lift them up, and helping the whole community move forward. Incredible, incredible, guys. So they got knocked down there, they fell, and they got right back up, and then we went into this pandemic. They survived through online learning to get all their credits. Some of them survived me showing up on their front doorstep, banging on their door, telling them, get your work done so you can graduate. And I guess some of them will say they just survived 8 years of steps saying, why are you doing that? We are Upperman. Quit doing that. We are Upperman. So class of 2020, y'all have been an amazing class, and I congratulate each of you.
At this time, it's my great pleasure to introduce our salutatorian, Natalie Jo Nash.
Good evening, family, faculty, and the class of 2020. I am so thankful for the opportunity to speak to all of you tonight. With the uncertainty we have had to overcome these past few months, I am sure many of us thought that the class of 2020 would never get this moment. I think that with all that has surrounded us in these past few months, that is what will make us value this moment even more. The class of 2020 has not had it easy from the beginning. We entered this life after the world was recovering from 9/11, and now we are graduating as our county is recovering from a devastating tornado and a worldwide pandemic. But today, I do not want to focus on the negatives that the class of 2020 has experienced, but instead of focusing on all the good that we have made from the bad. The class of 2020 honestly has a pretty impressive resume. In our time as Upperman Bees, we have watched the Lady Bees become back-to-back state champions, seen our football team beat Cookeville High School not once, but twice, and watched them have some of the greatest seasons in football history. We saw our volleyball team go to the state tournament for the first time ever, our golf teams go to state 3 years in a row, our cheer team take their first trip to nationals, saw the establishment of a dance team and watched them also compete in nationals, saw the formation of a wrestling team and watched them go to state the past 3 years. Also saw the creations of soccer, lacrosse, and fishing teams. With all the positive and the negatives the class of 2020 has been through as our time as Upperman Bees, we all know that these past couple of months have been difficult for our classmates, families, and friends. While we're in the midst of not only recovering from overcoming the coronavirus, but also many of our classmates were faced with overcoming the challenges of the horrific tornado. As hard it has been for our family and friends, we must remain thankful for the opportunity to stand here today and celebrate with our loved ones. I have had the opportunity to walk alongside some pretty amazing people during my time as an Upperman Bee. Jordan and Savannah, I will forever be thankful for our endless laughs and memories we have made while cheering on our Upperman Bees. I'm sorry. To all of my wonderful friends, thank you. Thank you for always being there for me no matter what, whether I need some advice or a good laugh. I know I can always depend on you all. I really do not know what I would do without you all. If I had to stand up here tonight and thank every person that I consider in this class a friend, we would be here all night because I wholeheartedly consider each and every one of you as a friend. Even if over time we have had our disagreements or whatever the case may be. Because if there is anything I have learned in these past few months, it is that life is too short to hold grudges because you really never know what life may throw at you. So I am truly so grateful to say that I graduated with such a great group of people. I think I can speak for all of us today when I say many of us would not be sitting here if it was not for the incredible faculty we have at Upperman. While I know it may not seem like it now, we will all miss the surprise quizzes that Dr. Brown would always give that would all bring us near a heart attack. Or sitting in Miss Jones' class not having a clue what is going on, or staying up all night studying for one of Mr. Lipsey's mind-boggling tests, or going to Miss Maynard's just to talk to her even though we all know she is always busy. And especially going to the library to have our little hangout sessions and just talk to Miss Phi about anything and everything. Likewise, if I had to mention every Upperman High School teacher that has made a difference in my life, we would truly be here forever because every one of them is willing to do whatever they can to make sure that you are successful. Brady, where do I even begin? Before high school, we have always been close, but when you made the decision to come to Upperman, which is the first time we would ever be going to the same school, I had no idea how close we would become by the end of it all. You have always felt more like my brother or twin, but you were truly the best cousin that I could ask for. You were always there to annoy me or to make me laugh, and I cannot imagine what high school or life would be without you. To all of my family that may or may not be here today, and for those who could not, thank you so much for always being there to support me in every way. I am so thankful for a family I know that no matter what will always be there to support me and help me succeed in any way possible. Mom and Dad, thank you both so much for everything. Y'all are always there to be my biggest cheerleaders and tell me the harsh truth even when I may not want to hear it. Thank you for always encouraging me to follow my dreams no matter what the cost may be. Thank you for always encouraging me and holding me accountable to make sure I keep Jesus Christ as my first priority. I will never truly be able to thank you all enough for everything that you have both done for me. But just know I'm very grateful for it all, even if I may not act like it all the time. At the end of the day, I truly could not imagine my parents as anyone else but Steve and Catherine Nash. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you both. Yes, the class of 2020 has not had it easy by no means. But when you sit back and look at everything we have accomplished in our time as Upperman Bees, everything that has happened in the last couple of months becomes minimal. One of my favorite Bible verse that I think is super fitting, have patience, God isn't finished yet. The class of 2020's journey is just beginning. I know there are big things coming for the class of 2020, and I cannot wait to see them all. And just remember, once a bee, always a bee. Thank you.
Good job, good job. It is also my pleasure to introduce our valedictorian, Christian Mahan.
Good evening. I would like to begin by thanking you all for coming here tonight, despite the many obstacles it took for us to get here. I would also like to say that we sincerely appreciate all of you who were unable to attend due to the restrictions caused by this unprecedented time. To all of you graduating with me today, our time here at Upperman High School has been extraordinary. From the moment we entered high school to the last day we spent together before our senior year was cut short, we have always been together. Every single moment of high school has been one for the books, and we will certainly reminisce about each memory that high school has given us, including going out to the football games on Friday night, having fun in class, participating in our school clubs, or even hanging out in the library. But unfortunately, we have encountered some adversity along the way. We have always confronted difficult times in our lives, yet the recent tragedy of the tornado plus the coronavirus pandemic has further compounded the distress and agony that we feel. The end of our last year together was supposed to be the most exciting part of high school, but instead it was abruptly interrupted. And today we are finally able to enjoy commencement. As we exit this chapter in our lives, it is important for us to remember that we must continue to persevere in life even as the world attempts to restrain us. Our last year at Upperman has given us an opportunity to understand some of the realities that this world has to offer. We will constantly endure challenges for the rest of our lives, and sometimes the pain felt from these tough situations will cause us to feel lost and hopeless. The world will certainly force us to face hard life decisions that will forever impact us, and the difficulties of life can be relentless at times. But we must embrace our past and learn from our mistakes to push ourselves forward. Despite all of the obstacles that have repeatedly hindered us in our time together, we will ultimately prevail. Our plummet into the depths of hopelessness, despair, and grief has only caused us to rebound stronger than ever. We must continue to keep pushing forward to achieve success and happiness. We must remember to use all of our knowledge and what we've been given to apply ourselves toward creating a better path and a better life. And we must stand in the name of justice to ensure a bright and fair future for our generation and the generations to come. Our commencement today signals transition, and with transition comes uncertainty and fear. But life has given us the opportunity to reflect back and learn from our mistakes, from our past, from what we've been through. And our experiences both together as a community and individually have allowed us to triumph and explore new heights as we dive into the future. Throughout our time as a high school student at Upperman, we cannot forget those who allowed us to be where we are today. First and foremost, I would like to thank all of our family and friends for giving us their undying love and support, even through the toughest of times. Without their heartwarming and compassionate influence in our lives, we would not have been able to thrive and reach the final point of our high school career. I would also like to thank the faculty and staff at Upperman High School and the Putnam County School System for making it possible for us to be here tonight. Our teachers, principals, and librarian, and other Upperman staff have gone above and beyond the call of duty to ensure our success in school, all while preparing us for the voyage into the future. Most importantly, I would like to thank God, with whom all things are possible. Our future begins today, and as we leave here tonight, we must continue to push ourselves forward, regardless of how difficult life becomes. We must ultimately cherish all that we are given for the betterment of ourselves, our loved ones, and our world. Life is what we make of it, and I'm sure every single one of us receiving our diplomas today is capable of leading a wonderfully prosperous and happy life. I wish I could spend forever talking to you about the virtues of life and the path forward into our future, but it's time we begin our never-ending journey. Thank you, and God bless.
How did they go down?
Christian, they just walk around here and get it. Go back to the seat.
And now the moment the class of 2020 has waited for, the presentation of diplomas. Our valedictorian, Christian McDaniel Mahan. Our salutatorian, Natalie Joe Nash. Our third honor, Taylor Mackenzie Fan. Summa cum laude, Riley Reed Batilla. Trinity Michelle Benson. Alex Kyle Brown. Harley Aaliyah Davison. Josephine Faye Fry. Adam Sage Hedgecoff. Haley Faith Jennings. Cassidy Jean Nash. Justice Elizabeth Oren. Ty Edward Willett. Magna cum laude, Shelby Lynn Bryant. Erin Juanita Cooper. Michael Alexander Riley Fields. Logan Douglas Fraley. Anna Kate Gatlin. Nathan Mark Hurd. Jordan Julianne Johnson. Josie Annabelle Lee. Savannah Jewel Scott. Stelmo Elsbeth Stepp. Jordan Isabella Underwood. Amanda Danielle Warren. Cum laude, Christopher Thomas Allen. Reese Lawson Anderson. Tiana Joyce Bilbrey. Parker Reese Brooks. Jordan Elizabeth Cannon. Maggie Frances Chaffin. Sean Lee Cooper. Leanne Rose Duis-Pilaire. Eric Deshawn Farley. Kyra Lee Henry. Jonathan Ryan Robinson. Nicholas Matthew Edward Stacy. Zachary Wayne Stewart. Olivia Grace Taylor. Ethan Shane Abbott. Caitlin Nicole Alexander. Joshua Lee Alley. Sarah Brooke Alley. Stacy James Allison. Riley Elizabeth Allums. Edward James Ankrum. Calvin Blake Ashburn. Kaylee Brooke Autry. Philip Bobich. Scotty Lee Bates. Bryant Woodrow Beasley. Dalton Caleb Ray Bender. Tyler Hall Bilbrey. Brooklyn Desiree Bowles. Thomas James Braddock. Isabella Faith Brown. McKenna Diane Burrish. Chrissy Deanne Burton. Christian Hope Burton. Jacob Colton Butler. Clay William Byers. Cole Michael Carbonaro. Autumn May Carter. Elijah Thomas Carter. Emily Faith Claiborne. Tavares Tyree Collins. Andrew Sheridan Connor. Blake Robert Cushing. Clay Houston Daniel. Andrew Wallace Davidson. Haley Kaylin Davidson. Crystal Ann Dean. Dakota Dan Doney. Margaret Tierra Downs. Jacob Braden Duchess. Lucas Carlos Ekmanis. Colton Joseph Elrod. Haley Brooke Enzer. Alexander Keegan Fleming. Dominic Joseph Fratto. Katie Ray Gaidaki. Gaidaki. Haley Jean Gardner. Colby Blade Gehring. Flora Elise Gentry. Eric Dominique Giason. Nathan Gregory Goolsby. Robert Guy Gordy. Allison Elizabeth Green. Keely Madison Gross. Jackson Stephen Blaine Hargis. Daniel Blake Harris. Brooklyn Nicole Harrison. Noah Isaiah Hastings. Cameron David Heiss. Eli Jordan Henry. Journey Callista Brooke Heron. Elijah Gary Wayne Hill. William Gray Hitchcock. Gunnar Nicholas Howard. Riley Ann Huddleston. Adrian Wyatt Huff. Sierra Cheyenne Hewley. Shayna Fila Ishcomer. Caitlin Rose Justice. Alyssa Faye Johnson. Maya Christiana Johnson. Haley Michelle Jones. James Camden Jones. Robbie Lee Jones. Kenneth Joseph Krolik. Mariah Destiny Coons. Jasmine Ann Lackner. Gerald Brady Lefevre. Patrick Stacy Cock Lair. Jacob Travis Langford. Reagan Alexander Lefwich. Damon Keeley Lewis. Josmar Lopez de Jesus. Zoe Michelle Main. Montana Rain Martin. Serenity Gail Masters. Caitlin Marie Mayberry. Caitlin Christine Maynard. Samantha Ann Maynard. Parker Dalton Lee Maynard. Donovan Matthew McAllister. Ashlyn Simone McClellan. Sierra Felicity Melton. Eduardo Mizriam Montejo Torres. Kyla Sue Morgan. Trinity Shantae Mullins. Caden Mitchell Nash. Taylor Ray Neal. James Charles Oatsvall. Dixie Rose Pearson. Andrew Trent Price. Cheyenne Caitlin Rasmussen. Gabriel Orion Reeves. Travis Austin Ritalik. Blake Ryan Rice. Todd Dylan Reinhardt. Alexis Marie Rittenberry. Justin D. Rushing. Austin Anthony Sadler. Audrey Danielle Sanders. Dominic Rylan Sanders. Anastasia Danielle Sindick. Alexis Marie Sherman. Brooke Jenna Schrum. Bradley Gage Simpson. Rachel Mackenzie Sliger. Thomas John Silva. Stephen Trey Snyder. Adam Alexander Solgott. Maria Diane Sowell. Kanaya Desmion Amaray Stafford. Alyssa Annette Stanfield. Nicholas Brogdon Stanzi. Emily Hope Suter. Autumn Grace Tays. Austin Dean Thomas. Daniel Scott Thomas. Bradley Ray Tucker II. Brittany Dawn Tucker. Colton Yuri Turner. Sebastian Gabriel Ventura. Carter Lane Walker. Landon Christopher Walters. Hunter Riley Ward. Caleb Bryce West. Harley Jane White. Seth William Whitehead. Nathan Drew Winchester. Brian Keith Winningham. Kelsey Faye Young. Branson Cole Zuller. At this time, Mr. Stepp will present some special awards.
Well, each year, the administration and faculty of Upperman High School select the senior students who exemplify the pillars of character upon which our school was founded: truth, honor, loyalty, and service. This motto represents what we are and what we hope to become. This is the B Award presentation. The B Award for this year, we have two students, two seniors, and they'll need to come up here. It'll be Alex Fields and Taylor Fan. Also, a tradition that was started last year, the idea of our top 3 honors is called the Inspiration Award. Inspiration Award, the seniors voted on the teacher that they thought made a huge impact on them. So this year, let me read a couple of things from some students. This teacher is an amazing person and teacher and has done so much for me. As a math teacher, he took the time to explain every step, no matter how confused I was. He helped to raise all my test scores and inspired me every day. He is all around a wonderful teacher. Another student. I've had this teacher for about 2 years now, and he was the most patient, caring, and understanding teacher I've ever had the pleasure to learn under. His dad jokes constantly made everyone's day and statistics less boring. Thank you so much for your dedication to see kids learn. And another student, that's the same quote. There's a couple of quotes. I'm not a technology guy, as everybody's figured out the last 8 years. But this year, the Inspiration Award voted on by the senior class is Mr. Livesey. His name will be put on the Inspiration Award plaque. Last year was Miss Maynard for the class of 2019, but for the class of 2020, Mr. Livesey, you are the inspiration. Yes. You can say something if you want. You want to say something?
Say something.
No, you don't have to.
Speech?
Jokes.
I actually prepared a 15-minute lecture on statistics. So, thank you all so much. I think hopefully it comes across that I love math, which is true. But as we saw this last quarter, without the students, the math was just didn't do it. I really missed you all, and you are the reason that we do this. You're the reason that I teach, and you made every day great for me. And this is my 3rd year here up at in Cookeville, teaching at Upperman, and it's just been a dream come true. Thank you so much.
So at this time, I'm going to lead us in the traditional changing of the tassel. Seniors, please stand. Class of 2020, may I congratulate you as the newest alumni of Upperman High School. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2020.
Christian.
Would everyone please stand for our recessional? Go with music.